Alrighty, we're doing question 7 on exam 3. The length of a rectangle is longer than 9 times its width, so 3 longer than 9 times its width. If the area equals 90 square feet, what is the width of the rectangle? So, a couple things we need to know. One, the area of a rectangle equals length times width. And our area is 90. So we can actually plug this in if we know what our length is relative to our width. So if length equals 3 longer, so plus, then 9 times, so right, 9 times, we're going to substitute the x for w. So now that we know that, we can actually plug that in into our length times width. So we can go ahead and do 3 plus 9w times w and equals our area, which is 90. Go ahead and distribute this out. That gives us 9 width squared plus 3 width equals 90. Let's go ahead and move this 90 over so we can actually set it all to 0 and solve for width that way. So boom, plus 3 width minus 90 equals 0. We actually go ahead and actually factor this out by 3. So let's go ahead and do that. So that leads us to 3 width squared plus width minus 30 equals 0. Let's go ahead and do AC method to go ahead and factor by grouping this trinomial. So let's go ahead and do that. A times C equals negative 90. We can go ahead and set that to 9 and 10. And we want this to add up to 1. So let's go ahead and set the 10 to the 9 to a negative. So that gives us 3 over 3 width squared minus 9 width plus 10 width minus 30 equals 0. Let's go and factor that out real quick. So they become 3 parentheses. We can factor this first one out by 3w with 3 width. So that gives us width minus 3. Go ahead and close that one out. We can factor this one out by 10. Or let's actually change that to positive 10. Just to make sure we keep our things consistent. Positive 10. And then that gives us width minus 3, all equaling 0. That gives us 2 equations. It gives us 3w plus 10 and w minus 3. So let's go ahead and do that. Obviously with the 3 on the outside, but we don't really care about that for the time being. So it gives us w minus 3 and 3w plus 10. Knowing these and setting these both to 0, we can actually now solve for width. Oh, sorry. Let me write that right there. Minus 3 equals 0. Let's go ahead and solve that up here. So minus 3 equals 0 and 0. Alrighty, so now that we know this, we can move some things over. So we want to isolate our width, or kind of get it by itself, so we can minus 10 here and add 3 here. That gives us width equals 3 and 3 width equals negative 10. To simplify, we would divide by 3 here, divide by 3 here, and width would be negative 10 over 3. Since a length of an object cannot be negative, this would not be the width we are looking for, it would be this width. So, that being said, we now plug that in as, oh, sorry, I made the box a little bigger so I can write it. The width is 3 feet. And we can go ahead and check this if we feel so inclined. And since I have extra room, I might as well. Let's go ahead and do that. So it would be 3, or no, my bad. we'll be using our length equation from earlier all the way up here, so that'd be 3 plus 9 times 3 times 3 equals 90. Following PEMDAS, this would be 3 plus 27 times 3, which is 30 times 3, that equals 90. Bada bing, bada boom. If we find this a different way, we could do like 3 times 3, which is 9 plus 9, but whatever. We get the right answer, we know it's right, and that's our answer. The width is 3 feet. And we get our answer as well. Pretty cool. Thanks, Yi.